The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Come on, come on.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. Ooh, the juke. Shoves him aside. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey! 60 by 6. 60. Take off.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go.
They'll throw with Penix. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? A shotgun snap, Fields. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. George Pickens, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, side.
Fields now to throw. And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. And looking to throw, Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Penix. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust, because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Lions.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Shut up. Keep Warrior 70.
to the air. Penix. Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
19 Tiger.
Now Penix. And complete to Drake London. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Penix. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
79 Bronco.
To throw again is Penix. Checks this one down to Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And the Falcons, first down.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
7 Pirates. Check go.
Penix working out of the gun here. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 28 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Fields. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then you're...
And this is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Olave, 44 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
That's complete to Mooney. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dancing to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Hey, going out right here. Here we go.
They'll run again with Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go. Alpha. Easy. Hey, Terrence. Alpha, let's go.
Out of the gun, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Here we go. Right.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. It got his man complete. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to throw here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed.
And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Now he's flushed out left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Off play action, Fields. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 80 yards. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Slot man moves right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Angel. Right.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Hey, 10. Right.
Now Fields. He'll have the first down and more than that. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw is Fields. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Cowboy 80. Set go.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready.
A play fake. Now Penix. That's brought in downfield. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go. Hey, 10. All right.
Now a handoff up the middle. Stevens. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now a give, running left is Harris. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Go. Here we go.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
11.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields steps away toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's gets through, and now an opening. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
That's good for the Falcons.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Bulldozes past him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll run again here with Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. To the air, Penix. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So his great start to the season continues. He found the end zone time after time in the opener last week, and he does it again here in week 2.
And Brandon, we have a lot of coaches sell us week to week that there is no momentum, there is no carryover. Every game is its own entity. But after what we saw him do last week and now punching one in here, I'm starting to think that there is a carryover, and he's feeling it.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. You good? You got it. West side sit. Tonight.
Here's Fields. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3rd and 2.
It's Nick. EQ.
Fields. Connects with Kittle underneath. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields now to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Look at the big man rumble. He may go. Kyle Pitts. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Here's Fields. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go, son.
Looking to throw. Fields. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields throwing again. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it, and the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. 2nd down and 8.
Hey, check that. Go!
Again, it's Robinson. Taking it right down Broadway. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll try and throw with Penix. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
They'll throw with Penix. This ball down the field for Pitts.
And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Here's the option.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Michael Penix.
A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here's a 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now Fields. That is caught.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Let's go out right here. Here we go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Back to throw. Fields. Here's one deep for Pickens.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not one touchdown, not two touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
All eyes on Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation.
Here we go, son. Go.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Pittsburgh, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they will fall to 1-1.